Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, went on the PTS, the public test server, to test the new building menu so you guys can see what to expect for the update coming up. Let's get into it here. Okay, so this is on the PTS right now, the public test server. The camp menu has been updated. Select a category and expand it to explore more items. I'm assuming this is what will happen once the update goes live and you do go on to 76. Some important controls have changed and these updates are now shown on the button bar. Explore the camp section of the help menu for details on alternative controls and input shortcuts. Switch to build, navigate back, snap, collide, free placement, all this stuff. So definitely more accessible, which I'm going to show here. Items with red icons cannot be built unless their conditions are met, which we will get into as well. In Modify mode, you can edit, apply, or remove wallpapers, create blueprints, lock or replace an item by selecting the appropriate category. You can still store, scrap, and attach wires using the controls on the button bar. And yeah, this is the new build menu here, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen it in one of my earlier videos, I did go through it quick in another PTS video. But this is just amazing. I'm very happy with it. Of course, let me know in the comments after the video if you guys are happy with this. But I am going to show you some cool stuff here. You can see I have it on snap at the bottom. And I didn't realize this at first. And I was trying to do some of the more relaxed building that they're talking about. And you can see no matter where I put it, it just always wanted to snap in. Even if I clicked it right there and then it still snapped in over there. If you can see it happening, I think this is a better example. I'll click it here and then it just snaps in. So this is very convenient actually when you're building your first foundation because it's just, you know, a pain to get them in there sometimes. And it just seems like this makes it really easy now. So it took me a second to figure that out. You have to change it from snap to collide if you want to just have that relaxed building, you know, kind of like what we have in the shelters already. You can pretty much place this stuff anywhere. Now you can't do this with all camp objects, which I'm going to show a little later on in the video, but there's a lot of good changes that I'm going to get into here. So just wanted to show we're really going to be able to make some cool camps, and it just, you know, the fact that we don't have to do little things to get around things now, I think will just speed up some of the camp building, and I'm just looking forward to seeing some camps in a couple months from now. I can't wait. Yeah, let's get into some other stuff here. Just going to show you the whole menu as well, too. I will go through it all. You can just see that it is organized so much better. Like, there's literally a tab here for porches, floors, walls. That way you don't have to just, you know, go through like a whole section and just scrolling down forever. I like how it goes to the side. Like, you know, that would be 6 scrolls down right there, right? Like, you probably wouldn't have to because it wouldn't be a huge menu. But my point is, like, say like when you go into floor decor or wall decor like you do now, it's just like endless scrolling looking for stuff. The only thing I have to say I'm not a huge fan about this build menu is the fact that we don't have a search button. But to be honest, it's really easy to find stuff. Like the way that they organized it and categorized stuff, with it not having a never-ending scroll, is just very easy to find. Like, you're still gonna have to scroll like through the roof pieces and whatnot. That's, you know, totally understandable because there's so many of them. But like, how about the roof pieces here? Like, you can literally use these to make a floor now if you want. That you couldn't do this before, and it was just like, I know sometimes some of the roof pieces that I wanted to put in, I would have to make them flat, or sorry, I would have to, just to get them out too, or put them in a certain way, you have to like make them a corner piece and then put it in, or the other way around, and then make, it's hard to explain, but if you know what I'm talking about, especially if you're doing those quarter roof pieces is more or less what I'm talking about. They're just such a pain to put in, and I feel like this is just going to make it so easy. And how about the stairs, ladies and gentlemen? How about hearing or reading that all the time? Like, you cannot access this other, there's no way to access the top floor. You can just remove the stairs now. I hate reading that, and you'd have to put, like, stairs in another part of your camp in order to access it, which you could just jump up there with Marsupial. I just think it was so silly that we had that problem for so many years. This was one of the things I wanted to test right away, was like, can I just put, you know, stairs in and then remove them? And then that was the thing too, if you remove them, you might not be able to get them back in. It actually ruined a camp of mine, if I'm not mistaken, and I wouldn't be surprised if it did for others. So very huge update here, actually. I absolutely love it. Used to have a little bit of a problem with these fences. I wanted to test them as well. You couldn't really get them too close to each other. Now you can see you can actually put them inside each other, like the poles, right? So they actually look like they're going together properly, and it's just not some weird looking, you know, makeshift fence. Also wanted to test, you know, just for the fun of it, to see if we could fast travel to shelters. We cannot. Bethesda, please make that happen in the future. I'm willing to wait. That's fine. But if we can make that happen, I'm sure, like, it won't take much to do that. Also wanted to test here too to see if the turrets still take up a lot of camp budget. They seem to still take up a good amount of camp budget. Maybe not as much. I will have to test that a little bit further. And again, I just wanted to go through all the menus here just to show you guys how well organized this is. Like, again, my only gripe is maybe the fact that they don't have a search bar. But again, it's just so well organized, so well labeled, it shouldn't be hard to find stuff. Like the crafting section there, the collectors, the food, the producers, all of these really needed their own category and subcategories. Kind of like how it is in Fallout 4. Like, I never really had a problem finding stuff in Fallout 4 when I'm building. I guess maybe... Well, I don't know. I used to download a lot of mods too, and then it was a little harder to find stuff. I'm just trying to compare it to 76 because there's just been so much stuff added over the years. It's just crazy. Also wanted to test some vegetables, specifically gourd. It can be a bit of a pain in the butt to put down in your camp. So I went and got some gourd. And yeah, I know there's a trick and a way around to do this. You can put as many as you want in one spot, but like just out of convenience, you know, you don't want to do that. It still is kind of hard to place these guys down. Maybe that will change when the update comes. Like I said, there is kind of a way around that. And to be honest, I always get all the gourd down I want in my camp. Just so I can make that, what is it, brain bombs? No, not brain bombs. Cranberry relish, I think it's for. And yeah, just... the fact the subcategories is really a big deal, I think. You know, we can't just have floor decor and wall decor anymore, you know what I mean? We have to have, like, you know, displays and decorations and stuff like that. I know it still says wall decor, but it's just going to make it so much easier, especially when you're looking for something. And I'm just excited to actually go through all of this because, you know, especially when you're building a new camp, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I got this off the scoreboard. I got that off the scoreboard. And it's just nice to throw at a new camp. I don't think you realize all the new stuff you have until you build a new camp. And I haven't built a new camp in a while. And I just suggest that as well. If you haven't built one in a while, maybe this is the update, you know, you're waiting for to build a new one. And yeah, maybe it'll remind you of all the stuff that you've, you know, gathered over a couple of however long it's been since you've built. So just throwing that out there. I'm very excited for this. We'll probably just do a stream when the update comes out. I'll probably just build a new camp. Not sure if I'm going to run through the scoreboard yet. There is a couple of ways to do it. Other than, you know, throwing grenades, because nuka grenades do seem like they have been nerfed as well, which I did a video on. Yeah, update's looking great other than that for me. That's the only thing I'm not looking forward to, is the grenade thing. I'm sorry to talk about that while we're going through the build menu here. I just rambling on here as usual, everybody, and didn't want to make this video longer than I had to, but I just really wanted to make sure you guys saw all the menus here, all the sub menus, just so you guys have a great idea of what to expect when the update comes out. And you can just see, very well organized, very easy to find stuff. I don't even know if we need a search bar. Very, very happy with it. But, of course, this is just my opinion. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're looking forward to this or you're just not into the building at all, that is totally fine. I appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a pleasant evening.